Okay, so let's talk about something we've all been taught our whole lives. You know the drill. Go to school, get a good job, and climb that corporate ladder for a bigger and bigger salary. We're told that a nice, fat paycheck is the ticket to financial security and, eventually, to being rich. But what if that's not really the full picture? What if that salary is actually a trap? I know it's a tough question to ask yourself. You work incredibly hard for that money. But just take a second and be honest. Does your bank account actually reflect all those long hours you're putting in? Are you building real, lasting wealth? Or are you kind of just getting by but with slightly fancier stuff each year? Today, we're going to tear this idea apart and see why your salary on its own might be the very thing that's holding you back.
All right, first up, let's talk about what I call the salary treadmill. You know that feeling, right? It's that crazy sense that you're running faster and faster with every pay rise, but you're not actually getting anywhere. You're just stuck in the same place. Let's break down exactly why that happens.
So, the number one reason is this sneaky little thing called lifestyle inflation. It's totally human nature, by the way. You get a raise, and what's the first thing you think? Awesome, now I can finally afford that nicer car, or we can move into that bigger apartment. The new tech, the better holidays, the fancier restaurants, it all feels like a reward for your hard work. And hey, it is. But what also happens is that those new expenses have a nasty habit of eating up every single new dollar you earn. And this is just the perfect picture of the problem, isn't it? As your income goes up, your spending goes right up along with it. The goalposts are constantly moving. What used to feel like a huge luxury suddenly becomes your new normal, your new necessity. And just like that, you're stuck in the cycle, already waiting for the next raise just to feel like you're making progress.
This chart shows you the trap in black and white. Over on the left, you've got your old salary, and there's a small gap between what you earn and what you spend. Great. But then look to the right. You got a big raise. Your income is way higher. But oh, look, your expenses shot up too. And the result? You're left with the exact same tiny gap for saving and investing. You're handling way more money, but you're not actually getting any wealthier.
Now here's the second, and honestly the bigger issue with relying on a salary. It's a direct trade. You give a company your time, your skills, your best energy, and in return, they give you money. But here's the catch. Your time is finite. There are only so many hours in a day. There are only so many years you can work. That means your earning potential has a hard cap on it. You can't work 24/7. You can't make money while you're asleep. Or can you?
So if that salary treadmill isn't the path to wealth, then what is? Well, it all comes down to a huge shift in how you think about money. You have to go from a mindset that's all about earning to one that's all about owning. This right here is the wealth builder's secret. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you have earned income. That's you, actively working for your money. It's limited by your time, simple as that. But on the right, that's passive income. That's where your money works for you. It's scalable and it grows completely on its own, without you having to trade more of your time for it. This is the fundamental difference between just making a living and actually building serious wealth.
So what is this stuff you can own? Well, they're called assets, and they're probably way more accessible than you think. We're talking about things like stocks and shares, which, by the way, you can easily get into through a tax-friendly account like an ISA if you're in the UK or a TFSA in Canada. Or it could be real estate that pays you rent every single month. Or maybe it's a business you build that can eventually run without you needing to be there every day. These are all things that put money in your pocket.
Okay, so you're ready. You want to make that mental shift from earning to owning. You are ready to get off that treadmill for good. That is awesome. But the big question is, where in the world do you start? Don't worry, it's not as complex as it seems. Let's walk through the very first steps on your new path to financial freedom.
This is your new mantra. You need to burn this idea into your brain. From now on, every time a paycheck hits your account, instead of only thinking, what can I buy with this? I want you to start asking, how can I use this money to buy something that will make me more money? That's it. That's the owner's mindset.
So here's your game plan, broken down into 3 simple steps. Number 1, invest early and consistently. This is how you unlock the magic of compounding, where your money starts making its own money. It's a snowball effect that is just unbelievably powerful over time. Number 2, focus your energy on building or buying those assets we talked about. And 3, create multiple streams of income. Your salary is a great start, but it should just be one of many, never the only one. Listen, having a good job with a good salary is a fantastic starting point. It's the fuel, but that's all it is, a start. The real journey to wealth begins when you decide to use that fuel to build an engine.
An engine made of assets that's going to power your life long after you decide to stop trading your time for money. You are officially on a new path now, a path where you focus on putting your money to work for you.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one last thought to chew on. Tonight, when you go to bed, your job stops paying you for those hours. But for people who are truly building wealth, their assets, their stocks, their businesses, their rental properties, they keep working. They keep generating income around the clock. So the real question you've got to ask yourself is this: what will your money be doing while you sleep?